In our previous transmission, we talked a lot about mission. And in that topic, some of our members wanted to hear more about the path of highest excitement and how it relates to mission. And I think that's interesting based on our last conversation that we just had, just talking about stories. I'm sure that following our path of highest excitement is relevant to uncovering the stories we want to work through as well. So could you talk a little bit more about path of highest excitement and how that all fits into these topics?
So we're going to go in a different direction than what you're asking a little bit, but we'll bring it around. When you're following the path of most excitement, when you are, and this is sort of a blanket statement, and from our vantage point, there needs to be some embodied presence here, because the ego mind, the human 3D mind, the ego that a lot of you have experienced, the ego running the show, where the ego says, ooh, I believe that this would be the highest fun. And then it goes along and does this, meaning for whatever means or for whatever outcome. There's a difference when you are fully in your body and your body is leading in the same way that your body leads you when there are patterns being revealed, right? In the same way. Your body also leads the way with what feels good, with what feels fun, with what feels light and delicious and exciting and playful. If you allow the body, meaning these nudges, to kind of lead the way, making sure that you're not coming at it from the mental body. It's not that, make sure you're not coming at it, we're not trying to induce fear, because there's no fear here. If you're going at it about it from your mental body, no problem. It's just going to be a different outcome, right? And
Yes, I prefer the term impulses rather than excitement,
yes,
because I can tell there's the mental human mind impulses, but also there's the higher mind, more body felt impulses, which are the ones that I think are higher guidance, or the ones we really want to listen to.
and the reason being is that the mind, or the 3D mind, human mind, is most likely going to operate out of structured patterns. Meaning, if the mind, if you are saying, oh, my highest excitement is to put in a 15-hour day of work today because I want to make a lot of money and this is what I desire and this is my highest excitement, you have to question yourself, what is this desire being driven from? What is the fuel behind this desire? I'm not saying that 16-hour days is wrong or negative, but you have to have the discernment to look behind what's the driving force of these impulses. And when we say that, when you're in your body and you're fully connected to source, the impulses come from a different place. And the impulses are more moment to moment. They're more of a pull. They're more of a,
They're
say that again,
more micro.
more micro. Yes.
To me, they feel more micro.
Yes. Because it's more of a, ooh, I'm excited to go inside and have a juicy peach because the peaches are in season and that feels good right now. And this might seem super basic and super unimportant, but every time you follow a delicious impulse and you fuel yourself with this deliciousness of the satisfaction that the impulse brings, you build trust in your system to react on the next impulse, and it's going to be as delicious and as rewarding. So we love that these blanket statements have an impact, such as follow your heart, the path to your highest excitement, but yet you have to sort of be able to locate yourself. What inner positioning are you in? Are you allowing the impulses to come from here or from here, right?
Yes, and I love that we can have these conversations to get a little bit more specific on some of these topics and get the clarity to make them a little bit more implementable or integrated.
Because it's a beautiful statement. It's thing to follow because it simplifies it. It simplifies life. It doesn't need to be complicated here.